we unfortunately had a group of horses that want to come from well off the pace in a somewhat paceless race. And probably the defection of Caddo River dramatically changed the complexion of the race. But there was a key point for Known Agenda, like approaching the 8th pole the first time, that he was, really close to getting the position we wanted. And he just didn't quite get there, and so instead of being like 8th, he was 18th coming by the wire the first time, and then he got a little bit of momentum in the turn, and then he kind of had to tap on the brakes a little bit and got shuffled back again. Actually, was still finishing at the end of the race, just had way too much to do in a race that really pace never came back. So that was him. I thought. Dynamic One had a little bit of trouble leaving the gate, got bumped, had to steady a little bit, shuffled back, well back, and never really fired from there. Bourbonic basically got the trip that we were looking for early on, fell well back, finished with modest interest, on the inside, picked up some horses down the lane, finished up okay, and Kendrick actually said he was hard to pull up after the wire, so we'll see what we're going to do with him. Sainthood of our group had the best trip. He just simply wouldn't get enough, but yeah, that's pretty much the summary.
You're not big on running back in 2 weeks. Any chance any of these horses would go to the Preakness, or do you have anything in the barn that might?
I have no idea yet. We'll get everybody back to New York and give it a week to digest and see.
Did everybody come back well?
Everybody's good today, yeah.
Okay.
Anybody I can put on a possible chart for the Preakness like they do?
I mean, I think this is a wide open group, so I wouldn't rule anything out necessarily, but right now we'll just go back to New York with the idea of assessing how everyone's doing.
Because you had Bob going into this race saying, I've always come with the best horse, and I don't have the best horse.
Yeah,
and
I don't...
He said he'd be shocked, but he didn't completely discount the horse could win.
Right. No, I think obviously the pace scenario worked out. His horse got a good break and made the lead the right way, kind of had his ears pricked when he got there, and kept battling. So, yeah, hats off to him.
Do you... There was a bit of bumping with a few horses. Anything that you can derive from the new starting gate that tells you that's going to happen, it's not going to happen, and what was your thought about that?
No, I mean, I think as far as the new starting gate provided Known Agenda with, an open path leaving there. He broke well. He just wasn't quite quick enough to get to that spot he wanted. The starting gate's not going to change the complexion of 20 horses trying to get position into the first turn. So, you're always going to have the momentum coming out to in, and there's going to be some shuffling around and some bumping, and that's part of the deal. But there's no question that the 20 stall starting gate provides everyone a more fair opportunity, even though, there was some, clearly some bumping early on in the race that immediately out of the gate in some cases that compromise some horses in chances to get the position they wanted. Yeah. But that's, regardless of the starting gate, that's going to happen.
So to that end, do you think if you didn't have the one, if you were somewhere drawn to the middle with Known Agenda, this thing may have come out differently?
It could have. Yeah, it could have. I think you could have gotten a better position possibly, and it's hard to make up that kind of ground. When you look at sort of the first 4 finishers, were all pretty close early on.
You've won 2 derbies and some seconds and thirds. It is tough. How does Bob Baffert win a record-breaking 7th Kentucky Derby?
Obviously the guy knows what he's doing. He has a special knack for winning big races in this race, and he's got a terrific program, and he brings his horses usually when he ships them in, they're ready to roll.
What a day he had. He broke Wayne's grade 1 record. He wins the Derby, and he won a grass stakes.
Yeah, I would
And
say
he's not
winning the-
known for his turf
Yeah,
horses.
winning the grass stake was probably the most surprising of all. But and that's not because he doesn't know how to train a grass horse. I just don't think that's something he emphasizes in his program. I'm sure if he did, he would be successful in that.
What's the chance $1,000 yearling? Especially you don't expect those to show up in Bob's shed row. Not that he paid the 1,000, he paid 35.
Right. No, I mean, I trained the sire. He was a very talented horse. Probably got very limited opportunities as a stallion before this. But yeah, I mean, he was a talented horse. So you know, I think I'm not really sure exactly how they landed on him. I know Gary Young picked him out, and so he must have breezed well. And sometimes, you know, in a 2-year-old sale, if you see a horse perform well, you're looking at what you saw on the track as opposed to the pedigree page.
What do you make of Medina Spirit?
I mean, to me, the horse he's been running consistently well, and you know, I think in a couple of his races at Santa Anita, he was in the same race as Life is Good, and it looked like, you know, early on in the race, he was wanting to go on, and they didn't want to get in a speed duel with Life is Good, so they kind of took him back, and I think he got to, you know, yesterday kind of run the way he wants to run, which just kind of let him run freely.
What do you got for the Peter Pan?
I still haven't sorted that out yet. I think that's going to depend. We've got Overtook for sure. We possibly have Promise Keeper, and might also have Unbridled Honor, unless we decide to go towards the Preakness with Unbridled Honor. But I'll talk to the connections.
Can I make him a possible? I'm a chart
Sure.
for the Preakness. What can you tell me about him?
Second in the Lexington last time. You know, ran pretty well. Good closing fourth in the Tampa Derby before that. It's a horse that's always trained pretty well and still kind of figuring things out in race situations, but thought he worked well here and yesterday, and so.
It sounds like you respect the Derby winner, but you don't fear him.
No, I think at this point, you know, the Preakness would be a pretty wide open event.